Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this short video today. Really excited for you to join me, and what I wanted to do today, as you've seen in the title of this movie, is really kind of break down the 5 key things that you're going to need in order to build a 6-figure business in network marketing. Before I delve into those different topics, I think it's really important to sort of add a disclaimer in here as well, because it's never great when you see people throwing around numbers and what you can make and you can get rich quick and all that rubbish that you very often see in network marketing, and really gives network marketing a bad name. So, and this is for anyone in network marketing. Every company is different, every person is different, everyone's got different circumstances, different skill sets, backgrounds, networks, so nothing is guaranteed in network marketing, just like in any business or any opportunity. It takes time, it takes hard work, it takes developing your skill set, it takes developing your mindset and your ability to become a leader and create leaders. There's so many different factors that go into building a 6-figure or more business in network marketing. Just to give you a very brief rundown of my story, I started in network marketing just over 3 years ago now. And I was like most people who entered into network marketing. I didn't have any experience in network marketing. I had previously been in, lots of sales and business development roles. So that definitely gave me a little bit of a head start, that I had that sort of experience in my life. The reason why I sort of looked into network marketing was really because I was, the same old story. I was fed up with the 9 to 5. I didn't want to work for anyone anymore. I wanted to create my own freedom, my own, really design my own life and do what I wanted every single day. And well before I even started looking into businesses, I realized that there just wasn't something right about having to go in and spend 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 50 years of your life, never really getting ahead, never really experiencing true freedom or abundance. And it just didn't make sense to me. And I always had this gut feeling that there had to be something else out there. And so I went searching for it when I was about 29. That's showing my age. And I looked into apps and websites and, importing and exporting, developing ebooks, you name it. I went through quite a lot of different businesses, and I didn't have the time or the finances or really the skills. There was always one of those or all of those issues with any of those businesses that I started or tried to start. And so when I came across network marketing, I was just blown away by the actual business model itself. The ability to be able to leverage your time, to be able to do it in the pockets of your time, to be able to not have any skill set in network marketing, but be provided that within your company, both skills and leadership development and mindset and all those sort of things. The products research and development is already created for you. The customer service is done for you. The distribution is done for you. Most of the marketing materials is done for you. So all your job is to really use the products or use the service or whatever it is with your company, have your own experience and benefits from it. And if you really love it and, you've had a great experience from it, then you can go out and share and make an income. And when I really saw that, not only for myself, the ability to impact my own life, but the ability to be able to go out and pay that forward to other people, to be able to provide value, to be able to give back, to be able to help people to create whatever it is that they really desire, because that's what I love about network marketing. It really is the most equal opportunity in the world that I've ever seen. It really is the most even playing field. Doesn't matter what your age, sex, background, skill set. Anyone can succeed if you really put in the time, effort, and energy, and you stay the course. The only way you can fail in network marketing is if you give up, or if the company is not a right fit for you, if the products don't resonate with you that much, or you're not truly passionate about it. I really believe you have to have that belief in your product, in your company, in network marketing, in yourself. That obviously takes time, but if you've been doing that for a while and it's just not resonating with you, or you're not getting where you want to go, then I always suggest, keep your feelers out there, see what else is out there. So what I wanted to do now is go through the 5 key steps. I do have other videos as well, so if you want to subscribe, there are some more specifics that I go into with things like prospecting and enrolling. But that is the first one. The first key step to building a 6-figure business is you need to be able to prospect. And what is prospecting? I don't really like that word prospecting, because it kind of sounds like you're trying to go out and get people, and that's again what can give network marketing a bad name. But really it's about going out and developing relationships with people with no side interest in trying to get them into your product, but really being genuinely interested in them, finding out what they're about, and finding out eventually if there's any gaps in their life, if there's anything where they could use your product or your service or your opportunity, and at the right time eventually presenting that to them, and then that's really what prospecting is. So developing your skills and becoming really good at developing relationships, asking lots of questions, those are the sort of skills that you really need to develop in order to become great at prospecting. And then that leads me to number 2, which is enrolling. So it kind of obviously goes hand in hand, but some people can be great at prospecting but not great at getting them to that enrollment point. So it's really important to decipher those 2 things and really be able to transition someone from that point of interest to actually enrolling into your product and into your opportunity. So enrolling is really the lifeblood of your business. If you're not bringing in new people all the time consistently, yes, you're going to have some times where you don't enroll anyone for a month, and then you're going to have some times when you enroll multiple people every single week. It just depends on really yourself and the amount of time and effort that you're putting into it. But the reason why you always want to be consistently enrolling, because you really just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen to the people that are in your business. So I've been doing this for 3 years. I've built a 6-figure, going on multiple 6-figure income. I've got a team of over close to 4,000 people. Most of them are customers, but a good majority of them are people that are building the business that I'm coaching and supporting. But what can happen is life can happen to people in your team. So you might have this couple of rock stars in your team that are absolutely going for it, and you're like, man, they're going to go all the way. And then something might happen in their life. Something might change, priorities change, and then all of a sudden you've got your key leaders have just sort of dissolved away, and it can really bring you back. And can be a big shock to a lot of people. I've experienced it. So that's why enrolling is the lifeblood of your business. You always want to be enrolling and bringing and developing new people in your organization. So then you'd never have to worry about that, until you really get to that point where you're really high up and you've developed so many people that there's just no way of, too many people going away or leaving your organization. So that's why enrolling is really, really crucial. Now, like I said, I've got a video that I just made, the top 10 tips of how to become a top enroller in your network marketing business. So go to my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the button and you'll be able to get access to that. So I won't go into too much detail about that one. The next one is duplication. So duplication is so important. Like if you really want to grow your residual income, if you really want to have freedom in your business and you want to have constant income coming in every single week, you really need to master the skill set of duplication. It's something that took me ages to really learn and grasp and really understand it. And duplication, my definition of duplication is if I teach you something, it needs to be so simple that you can then go around or turn around and teach the next person that you introduce with ease, you know, and you've only just started in network marketing, for example. So that is duplication. And how you create duplication is through systems and tools, right? So people aren't duplicatable, but systems and tools are duplicatable. So most good network marketing companies create really good systems and tools for you to be able to share with people. They don't just do that for fun. They do that to make it easier for people to share and easier for you to duplicate that through your organization. So my favorite tool is actually a three-way call. So if you haven't done three-way calls, I'll actually probably make a video about three-way calls as well. If you haven't done three-way calls, they are so powerful, not just from a duplication point of view, but simplicity, but also really creating value for people and that validation, that third-party validation. So if you've got a prospect who's a mum and, you know, really struggling financially, she's a single mum, she wants to support her children, and you've got someone maybe in your organization or your upline that's a single mum that went for this opportunity that has completely changed her life, imagine how powerful that's going to be if you connect those two people on a three-way call. So that's why they're so powerful. And the other really important aspect is it really takes you out of the equation, because some people don't really want to be sold to, and people can see through that sometimes. So what I teach my team is that when someone is interested, so they've started speaking to someone, they're interested in the product or the opportunity, I teach them to just be really simple and just be excited to share their journey, like why they got into it, you know, where they're at now, why they're excited about it. And then say, look, I don't know everything. I've only been doing this for a little while. But what I can do is I can introduce you to my friend Peter, and he's been doing this for over 3 years. He's coached hundreds of people on this business to create great success. And he can explain it a little bit better than I can. And so you can see how that really takes you out of the equation. They're like, so many people, 9 out of 10, they'll say, yep, sounds great, I'd love to have a chat with them. And then you tee up that chat, and then all you need to do is introduce the expert on the phone, put it on mute, and just let them do the talking. And you can go cook your dinner and do whatever you want to do. Obviously, listening in is so important because you want to be able to learn what your upline or your expert or whatever is saying. So that's such a great way to learn as you go along as well. And that's what duplicates. So if you do enough of those calls with your upline, you're going to learn faster, you're going to enroll more people, and you're going to break down that process from interest to enrollment. You're going to shorten that process. But then you're going to do so many of them that you're going to eventually become the expert yourself, and you can teach that exact thing. How easy is that to duplicate, to duplicate, to duplicate, to duplicate, to duplicate? So that is the power of duplication. And then the next one is retention. So it's all well and good to be enrolling and duplicating, but if people aren't staying on your products and continuously ordering your products, that's the true essence of residual income. So if you're not creating retention in your business is just like a sliding door, a revolving door that just goes around and round, and you're never going really anywhere. Whereas with retention, you start at zero, and then you bring in some more customers and distributors, and then you get here, and you might obviously, there's no one that does 100% retention in the world. So you're going to have 25 to 50% of people, stop using your product and stop building the business. But at least you're going to have that foundation to then build on top of, build on top of, build on top of, build on top of. So you want to create lifelong customers. That's how you create true residual income. And then the duplication aspect is what grows that residual income as well. So things like three-way calls, setting people up on a three-way call to get started on the product, or setting them up on a how to get started on the business three-way call. Getting people to events is absolutely crucial. Eric Worre always says the number one skill in network marketing is to get people to events and get yourself to events. That's what creates excitement, that buzz. They learn more about the product, the opportunity, the company. They experience the culture, the parties, the fun, whatever you guys are doing at your events. I know we have amazing events all over the world, and just absolutely love going to them. And that's, it's such a big reason why people stay in, is because of the culture. There's nothing else like it. If you're in a great company in network marketing, you know what I'm talking about, where you create so many amazing friendships. You have such an amazing time. That's what keeps people going. There's not many things out there like that in the world. So those are my key tips for retention, making sure they've got a great experience on the product, that they're getting support on the business, you're helping them get paid. This is the other thing, so crucial. I think the industry stat is, if you help a person earn, I think it's even like $1 or a couple of dollars or something a week or a month, the retention rate just goes absolutely through the roof. So help your people get paid, get excited about getting them paid so they don't have to pay for their products anymore. And then the final one is leadership. So both creating leadership in yourself and developing leadership in your organization. And you can't develop leadership without you stepping up and becoming a leader first. So many people use the whole chicken and the egg scenario, like, I'll become a leader when I'm earning more money, or I'll become a leader when I've enrolled more people. It doesn't work that way. You've got to have that mindset of, like, no matter, even if you're just starting out, this is what I was like from the first event that I ever went to. I walked out those doors and I said, I'm going to do this. I don't know how to do it. I know I'm going to be able to learn to do it. I'm going to do whatever it takes, get on every call, go to every event, do whatever I need to do, follow the people that have had success, and I'm just going to make this work. If you have that mindset, then you're going to grow exponentially. If you go to the events, you develop yourself with podcasts, and there's so much amazing stuff out there. You're going to naturally become a leader without you even realizing it, and people gravitate towards that. Your team sees the action that you're putting in. You really need to show them that you're taking this seriously, because if you're not taking it seriously, they're not going to take it seriously. And one of the things that I always say to my team is that if you don't show up, how could you ever expect your team to show up? So if you're not going to events, how could you possibly get lots of people to events? If you're not showing up on your team calls, how could you ever expect your team to do that? And another saying that I love is, what is it? So your team will do 50% of what you do and 100% of what you don't do. So I've had times in my business where I've gone away overseas, or, I've sort of taken the foot off the pedal a little bit, and you can notice it really, really quickly that the team follows. They follow what you're doing. They see your actions and they see your inactions. So you really need to be consistent and stepping up and getting to the events. If you want to build a 6-figure income, like if you want to create true freedom, if you want to be able to leave your job, if you want to be able to, contribute on a massive scale, whatever it is, why you want this income, if you want to be able to do that, you have to put in a lot of work. It can start off in your spare time and then you can eventually go full time, but you've got to keep going. You've got to keep pushing yourself to that next level until you then start to develop leaders in your business. And you don't just stop when you've got leaders in your business. Like, let's be honest, you're going to have to be working all the time if you really want to continue to grow your business. But in doing that yourself and developing yourself, you're going to eventually develop new leadership. However, it takes time. It's the thing that takes the longest time. It can be frustrating at times where you think, oh, this person's going to be amazing. They're going to absolutely crush this, and they might start doing that, and then all of a sudden something changes and then they kind of bow out, or they don't do as much, or they don't produce as much. So that's why, going back to the first one, you've always got to be enrolling to be developing new people, so that, if people do bow out of the race, then you've always got new leaders emerging. So the best way that I've found to develop leaders is through 3-way calls, teaching them how to firstly get their prospects on there. And then in the process of doing that, then they're doing that for their team, and that empowers them to become leaders. And then the second thing is getting people to events, just doing whatever you can to get people to the major corporate events, especially the ones that they have to travel to, because that really means that they're putting in a significant investment to themselves and to their business, and they're going to take that seriously. And getting people to events is kind of like the be all and end all for me. So if I get someone to one of our major corporate events and they really don't catch the vision, they're not asking me questions afterwards, they're not excited, they're not pumped, that to me shows that maybe this isn't the right time for them, maybe this isn't the right opportunity. Of course, I'm going to be there for them if they ever come back, and I'm always going to be their friend. And if they, down the track later on, they want to build this business, then my space is open for them. But you're going to know really quickly, if you get 10 people or 20 people to an event, you're going to know really quickly who are the people that emerge out of that event that really want to go for this and want to make, create a successful business in network marketing. And then you just work with those people. So it's kind of like a sifter, you're sort of sifting and sorting through people to work out who wants this. And it's usually the people you don't expect. It happens all the time. I bring people that I'm like, this person is going to crush it. They are going to absolutely smash it. But then they don't catch the vision, or they don't think it's for them, or whatever it might be. And then it's, it might be your single mum who just sees the vision that what she can create for her family, and she just has such a massive burning desire. They're the people you want to work with, the people with the burning desire to change their circumstances. Because I would much rather someone like that who will be relentless and will never stop until they reach their goals, rather than someone who's got great skills, great network, but they're just not into it. They're not passionate about it. They're not driven to succeed in this profession. You can only lead a horse to water, as they say. So those are my 5 key areas of how you can build a 6-figure business. Now, just going back to my disclaimer at the start, the other really important thing is really knowing your company's compensation plan. That's so important. You need to tailor this, what I've shared with you, based around, okay, let's look at our compensation plan, really understand it, go through it with your leaders, your corporate team, whatever, go through the videos that they've probably provided and work out, okay, I've got these skills that I need to master now. How am I going to maximize this compensation plan and do whatever I need to do to really maximize that compensation plan? So I hope that this has provided value for you guys. Like I said, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you've got any questions. I'll leave my Facebook and Instagram accounts in the comments so you can follow me. You can see what I'm doing on social media. Really appreciate your time, and feel free to share this with your team if you think it'll be valuable for them as well. Thanks so much.